continent on Earth in search of one thing: the sweetest fruit ever grown. Across Asia, fruit is far more than just food. It's a symbol of celebration, tradition, and national pride. Every country believes it has perfected nature's sweetest creation. Japan is famous for luxury fruits that can sell for hundreds, sometimes even thousands of dollars. Thailand is home to tropical treasures so rich they taste almost like candy. The Philippines grows mangoes, celebrated around the world for their remarkable sweetness. China once reserved some of its finest fruits for emperors, while the rainforests of Southeast Asia hide flavors unlike anything most people have ever imagined. But here's the question: which fruit truly deserves to wear the crown? Today, we're setting off on an unforgettable journey across Asia to find out. From tropical islands and bustling markets to ancient orchards and misty mountain valleys, we'll discover the remarkable fruits that have amazed generations of farmers, travelers, and food lovers alike. Some will surprise you. Some may completely change the way you think about fruit. And by the end of this journey, you might just discover your next favorite. Our adventure begins in a country where sunshine, fertile volcanic soil, and generations of skilled farmers have created one of the world's greatest mangoes. Welcome to the Philippines. Scattered across more than 7,000 islands, the Philippines enjoys a tropical climate that's almost tailor-made for growing fruit. Warm sunshine, seasonal rains, and rich volcanic soil combine to produce orchards bursting with flavor. And among them grows a fruit that many believe sets the standard for sweetness: the Carabao Mango. Golden, fragrant, and almost completely free of fiber, the Carabao Mango is often considered one of the finest mangoes in the world. Its smooth flesh melts in your mouth, delivering rich honey-like sweetness, balanced by just a touch of refreshing acidity. For generations, Filipino farmers have carefully perfected this variety, waiting until each fruit reaches peak ripeness before harvest. That patience has paid off, earning the Carabao Mango worldwide recognition and making it a source of national pride. Whether enjoyed fresh beneath the shade of the tree, blended into smoothies, or served during festivals celebrating the harvest, this remarkable mango represents everything people love about tropical fruit. Standing in the middle of a Philippine mango orchard, it's easy to believe our search could end right here. After all, how could anything possibly be sweeter than this? But hidden away in backyard gardens across the country is another fruit that offers a completely different kind of sweetness: sugar apple. Unlike the famous Carabao Mango, the sugar apple is one of the Philippines' quieter treasures. Its green, scale-like skin doesn't attract much attention, but beneath that unusual shell lies soft white flesh with a texture remarkably similar to creamy custard. Its flavor is rich, delicate, and naturally sweet, with hints of vanilla, banana, and pear that have earned it admirers throughout Southeast Asia. The secret to enjoying a sugar apple is patience. Harvested too early, it remains firm and bland. But allowed to ripen naturally, it transforms into one of the sweetest desserts nature has ever created. Together, the Carabao Mango and sugar apple reveal two very different sides of sweetness. One is bright, juicy, and refreshing. The other is rich, creamy, and comforting. And yet our journey has only just begun. Just across the South China Sea lies a country where fruit isn't simply grown, it's celebrated. Welcome to Thailand. Leaving the Philippine Islands behind, our journey carries us west across the sparkling waters of Southeast Asia to a country where fruit is woven into everyday life. In Thailand, fruit is more than just a snack. It's served at family gatherings, sold in vibrant street markets, blended into refreshing drinks, and enjoyed throughout the day. Thanks to its tropical climate, fertile plains, and generations of skilled farmers, Thailand has become one of the world's great fruit-growing nations. Among the hundreds of fruits found here, 3 stand out for their remarkable sweetness and unique personalities. The first is often called the Queen of Fruits. Wrapped inside a thick purple shell, the mangosteen hides one of nature's most elegant surprises. Crack it open, and you'll find bright white segments arranged like flower petals, each one soft, juicy, and bursting with flavor. Its taste is difficult to compare to any single fruit. Some describe hints of peach, strawberry, pineapple, and citrus, all blending together into a perfectly balanced sweetness that's rich without ever becoming overwhelming. For centuries, mangosteen has been treasured throughout Southeast Asia, earning its royal title not because of its rarity, but because of the refined experience it offers with every bite. If the Carabao mango introduced us to tropical sweetness, the mangosteen shows us that sweetness can also be graceful. Not every fruit captures attention through elegance. Some simply refuse to be ignored. Growing in brilliant red clusters covered with soft, hair-like spines, the rambutan is one of the most recognizable fruits in any Thai market. At first glance, it looks almost too unusual to eat, but beneath its colorful shell lies translucent white flesh that's crisp, incredibly juicy and naturally sweet. Its refreshing flavor is often compared to grapes, with delicate floral notes, making it a favorite during Thailand's hottest months. It's the kind of fruit that's difficult to stop eating once you've peeled the first one. For many visitors, the rambutan becomes proof that some of Asia's sweetest treasures are also its most unexpected. Our final stop in Thailand introduces a fruit that has been cultivated across Asia for thousands of years. As the largest naturally occurring citrus fruit in the world, the pomelo can grow to an impressive size, yet its flavor remains surprisingly gentle. Hidden beneath its thick rind are large, juicy segments that offer a delicate balance of sweetness with just a hint of citrus freshness. Unlike many citrus fruits, it isn't sharply acidic, making it both refreshing and easy to enjoy. In Thailand, pomelos are often shared during family celebrations and festivals, where their generous size naturally brings people together around the table. After tasting Thailand's finest fruits, one thing becomes clear. Sweetness doesn't come in just one form. It can be elegant, it can be playful, or it can be quietly refreshing. But as we continue our search, we're about to discover a fruit that has sparked more debate than perhaps any other on Earth. Some people travel across continents just to taste it. Others can't even stand the smell. Our next destination is Malaysia, home to the legendary king of fruits. Crossing into Malaysia, the scenery changes once again. Dense rainforests blanket the hills, afternoon rains nourish ancient trees, and rich tropical soil creates the perfect environment for some of Asia's most extraordinary fruits. Among them grows one that has earned a reputation unlike any other, loved by millions, avoided by just as many, yet respected by almost everyone who has dared to try it. Long before you see a Musang King durian, you'll probably smell it. Its powerful aroma is so distinctive that it's banned from many hotels and public transportation systems across Asia. Yet despite, or perhaps because of, that reputation, thousands of visitors travel to Malaysia every harvest season, hoping to taste what many consider the greatest durian ever grown. Protected by a shell covered in sharp spikes lies rich golden flesh with an unbelievably creamy texture. The flavor is unlike any fruit we've encountered so far, combining sweetness with buttery richness and notes of caramel, vanilla, roasted nuts, and a slight bitterness that gives it remarkable depth. Some people fall in love after the very first bite. Others never get past the smell. But everyone remembers their first encounter with the king of fruits. If the Musang King is Malaysia's most controversial fruit, the jackfruit is undoubtedly its gentle giant. Growing directly from the trunk and main branches of towering trees, it holds the title of the world's largest tree-borne fruit. Some jackfruits become so enormous that they can weigh more than an average adult dog. Inside its thick green skin are dozens of golden pods, each one sweet, aromatic, and packed with tropical flavor. Many people compare its taste to a blend of mango, banana, and pineapple, creating a sweetness that's both familiar and completely unique. For generations, the jackfruit has been an important source of food across Asia. Ripe fruits are enjoyed fresh or in desserts, while young jackfruit is widely used in savory dishes, making it one of the most versatile fruits on the continent. Leaving Malaysia behind, we've now experienced sweetness in many different forms, from the silky elegance of mangosteen to the bold richness of the Musang King. But our journey is about to leave the tropical rainforests behind. Ahead lies a land of ancient dynasties, fertile river valleys, and imperial orchards, where some of Asia's most treasured fruits were once reserved for royalty. Welcome to China. Leaving Southeast Asia behind, our journey heads north into a land where fruit cultivation has been refined for thousands of years. China's landscapes are incredibly diverse. Snow-capped mountains, fertile river valleys, vast deserts, and rolling farmlands each provide the perfect conditions for different kinds of fruit. Over centuries, farmers carefully selected and cultivated varieties prized not only for their sweetness, but also for their beauty, symbolism, and cultural importance. Some fruits were even considered worthy of emperors. Our first stop takes us to the edge of the Gobi Desert, where an unlikely oasis produces one of Asia's sweetest melons. At first glance, the Hami melon may look like an ordinary melon, but appearances rarely tell the whole story. Named after the city of Hami in China's Xinjiang region, this remarkable fruit thrives in an environment where scorching daytime temperatures are followed by surprisingly cool nights. That dramatic shift allows the melon to slowly concentrate its natural sugars while developing an exceptionally crisp texture. Cut one open, and its vibrant orange flesh reveals itself, firm, incredibly juicy, and wonderfully sweet. Its flavor is often compared to honey with hints of pear and cantaloupe, making every bite refreshing without being overpowering. For centuries, Hami melons traveled along the ancient Silk Road, carrying their reputation far beyond Western China. Today, they're still considered one of the country's finest melons and remain a symbol of the region's unique growing conditions. It's proof that even harsh landscapes can produce extraordinary sweetness. But China's next fruit tells an even older story, one that stretches back more than 2,000 years. Long before refrigeration or modern transportation existed, there was a fruit so highly prized that messengers raced across ancient China to deliver it while it was still fresh. That fruit was the lychee. With its rough red shell and translucent white flesh, the lychee has delighted generations with a flavor that's both delicate and unforgettable. The first bite is wonderfully aromatic, sweet, floral, and incredibly juicy. It carries subtle notes of rose, grape, and pear, creating a taste unlike any other fruit we've encountered on our journey. During China's imperial dynasties, fresh lychees became a luxury reserved for royalty. Their short shelf life made them difficult to transport, turning them into one of the most treasured gifts in the empire. Even today, the arrival of lychee season is eagerly anticipated across much of Asia. Families gather to enjoy the fruit fresh, appreciating not only its sweetness, but also the centuries of history wrapped inside every small crimson shell. From the deserts of Xinjiang to the ancient orchards of southern China, we've discovered yet another side of Asia's remarkable fruit story. But as our journey continues south once again, we arrive in a country where one small fruit has earned an unforgettable nickname, the Dragon's Eye. Our next stop brings us to Vietnam, a country where winding rivers, fertile deltas, and tropical sunshine create ideal conditions for fruit cultivation. Bustling floating markets overflow with freshly harvested produce, while family orchards pass from one generation to the next, preserving traditions that have shaped Vietnamese agriculture for centuries. Among the country's sweetest treasures is a fruit that many visitors mistake for its close relative, the lychee. But once you taste it, the differences become clear. Smaller and more understated than the lychee, the Longan hides its greatest surprise inside. Peel away its thin brown shell, and a translucent white fruit appears, surrounding a glossy black seed that resembles a pupil staring back at you. It's this striking appearance that inspired its poetic nickname, Dragon's Eye. Its flavor is wonderfully smooth, offering gentle honey-like sweetness with delicate floral notes that linger long after the first bite. Unlike the lychee's bright, fragrant character, the Longan is softer and more mellow, making it a favorite for those who appreciate subtle sweetness. Throughout Vietnam, it's enjoyed fresh, added to desserts, or dried to create naturally sweet snacks that can be enjoyed year-round. As peaceful as Vietnam's orchards may seem, our search for Asia's sweetest fruits is about to take us somewhere entirely different. Somewhere where our next fruit doesn't resemble any fruit at all. In fact, many people think it looks more like the skin of a snake, Welcome to Indonesia. Our journey now carries us across the equator to the world's largest archipelago. Indonesia is a land of volcanoes, tropical rainforests, and thousands of islands, each with its own traditions and unique harvests. The rich volcanic soil and year-round warmth create ideal conditions for an astonishing variety of fruits. Among them grows one that almost everyone remembers before they've even taken the first bite, not because of its taste, but because of its appearance. Covered in reddish-brown scales that resemble snakeskin, the salak is one of Asia's most distinctive fruits. Its unusual exterior can seem intimidating at first, but the thin, brittle skin peels away surprisingly easily, revealing pale golden segments tucked neatly inside. Take a bite, and you'll quickly understand why it's remained a favorite across Indonesia for generations. The flesh is crisp and firm, delivering a satisfying crunch followed by a balanced sweetness with hints of honey, pineapple, and apple. Some varieties even carry a gentle, nutty finish, making every bite slightly different from the last. Unlike many tropical fruits that become soft as they ripen, Salak keeps its signature crunch, giving it a texture that's almost as memorable as its appearance. Walking through Indonesian fruit markets, you'll often find baskets overflowing with freshly harvested salak, inviting curious travelers to discover that appearances can be wonderfully deceptive. As our journey draws closer to its final destination, one thing has become clear. Asia doesn't define sweetness in a single way. Sometimes it's bright and juicy. Sometimes it's creamy and rich. Sometimes it's delicate and floral. And sometimes it hides beneath scales that look more suited to a reptile than a fruit. But our greatest surprise still lies ahead, because nowhere in Asia has fruit been elevated to an art quite like our final destination. Welcome to Japan. As our plane descends over Japan, the landscape changes once again. Towering mountains give way to meticulously maintained orchards, where every tree, vine, and branch reflects generations of careful craftsmanship. In Japan, growing fruit isn't simply agriculture, it's an art. Farmers spend years mastering techniques that carefully control sunlight, temperature, pruning, and even the number of fruits allowed to grow on a single branch. Rather than producing as much fruit as possible, the goal is often to produce the perfect fruit. The result is a culture where exceptional fruit isn't just enjoyed, it's admired, gifted, and sometimes sold for astonishing prices. Our first stop introduces a fruit that's become a symbol of Japan's autumn harvest. As summer fades into autumn, orchards across Japan begin to glow with vibrant shades of orange. Hanging from neatly trimmed trees are Fuyu Persimmons, their smooth skin shining like tiny lanterns beneath the crisp autumn sky. Unlike some persimmon varieties that must soften before they're edible, the Fuyu can be enjoyed while still firm, offering a satisfying crunch followed by a mellow, honey-like sweetness. Its flavor is gentle and comforting, with subtle notes of brown sugar, cinnamon, and ripe apricot that make it feel perfectly suited to the cooler months of the year. For generations, persimmons have symbolized good fortune, abundance, and the changing seasons in Japan, making them far more than just another fruit on the table. Yet remarkable as the Fuyu is, Japan has saved one of its greatest masterpieces for last. At first glance, they may look like ordinary green grapes, but there's nothing ordinary about shine muskets. Each grape is carefully cultivated to achieve near perfection. Farmers spend months pruning vines, adjusting sunlight, and removing excess fruit so that every remaining grape receives the plant's full attention. The result is extraordinary. Large, perfectly round grapes with crisp skins so tender they can be eaten whole, releasing an explosion of sweetness with delicate floral aromas and almost no acidity. Unlike many grapes, shine muskets are prized not only for their flavor, but also for their flawless appearance. Every bunch is carefully inspected before reaching the market, where premium quality clusters are often purchased as luxurious gifts for weddings, business partners, and special celebrations. Some are presented in elegant boxes that resemble fine jewelry more than fresh produce. It's a tradition that perfectly reflects Japan's philosophy. Perfection is worth pursuing. Standing in these quiet orchards after traveling thousands of kilometers across Asia, it's impossible not to admire the incredible dedication behind every harvest. But after tasting everything from creamy sugar apples and legendary mangoes to royal mangosteens, giant jackfruits, ancient lychees, and luxurious grapes, one final question still remains. Which fruit truly deserves the crown? After crossing thousands of miles, exploring tropical islands, ancient orchards, bustling markets, and carefully tended vineyards, our search for Asia's sweetest fruit comes to an unexpected conclusion. There isn't just one winner, because every fruit we've discovered tells a different story of sweetness. The Carabao Mango showed us how sunshine, volcanic soil, and generations of Filipino farmers created one of the world's finest mangoes. Thailand introduced us to three completely different expressions of sweetness, from the elegant mangosteen to the playful rambutan, and the refreshing pomelo that has brought families together for centuries. Malaysia reminded us that sweetness can be bold and unforgettable. The legendary Musang King Durian challenged everything we thought we knew about fruit, while the enormous jackfruit proved that nature's biggest creations can also be some of its sweetest. China gave us two fruits shaped by centuries of history: the crisp Hami melon, perfected by the unique climate of the Silk Road, and the delicate lychee, once treasured by emperors and admired for generations. Vietnam's Longan showed us that sometimes the most memorable flavors come in the smallest packages, while Indonesia's remarkable Salak reminded us never to judge a fruit by its appearance. And finally, Japan demonstrated that fruit can become an art form. From the comforting sweetness of the Fuyu Persimmon to the extraordinary craftsmanship behind Shine Muscat grapes, every harvest reflected a pursuit of perfection that has inspired growers for generations. Perhaps that's what makes Asia so remarkable. No single country grows every great fruit. Instead, each has spent centuries perfecting its own masterpiece. Some fruits became symbols of celebration, some became royal delicacies, some became national treasures, and some became unforgettable simply because they dared to be different. So, if someone asked us which fruit is truly Asia's sweetest, our answer would be simple. The sweetest fruit is the one whose story makes you want to taste it. Maybe it's the buttery richness of the Musang King. Maybe it's the silky sweetness of the Carabao Mango. Maybe it's the jewel-like elegance of the Mangosteen. Or maybe it's a fruit you've never even heard of until today. Whatever your choice, one thing is certain. Asia remains one of the greatest places on Earth for anyone who loves fruit. And no matter how many we've discovered today, there are still countless more waiting to be explored. So now we'd love to hear from you. Which of these incredible fruits would you travel across Asia to taste first? And if you've already been lucky enough to try one of them, tell us what you thought, and let us know if there's another amazing Asian fruit that deserves to be featured in a future journey. If you enjoyed traveling across Asia with us today, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and join us on our next adventure as we continue exploring the world's most extraordinary fruits. Until next time, keep exploring and keep tasting the world.